Let me start off just by saying, being here in London, speaking about wearables and IoT, it's really like a dream come true. I remember 25 years ago when I was with Motorola, being one of the first testers of a paging watch, which was gigantic. And fast forward about 11 years after that, going across Asia, working with GPS watch partners for potential collaborations with the Motorola mobile device business. Again, it was like having 3 matchboxes on a watch, and we just determined that wearables in terms of GPS integration in a watch as a companion device, it was too early for that. So now, here I am in 2014, and really thinking about the watches on my wrists and on Ben Wood's wrists, and many of you are wearing these smart watches. It's here. The time is now ready for this technology. And we've had a platform, the 6572, which is an Android-based platform that we've used with selected customers and strategic partners like Omate. And you've heard about that product. And Laurent Le Pen will get up and talk a little bit about that at the end of my presentation. But what we're focused on here today is a new offering that is targeted towards the long tail of innovation around IoT and wearables. And what we're hitting here is the sweet spot, which is the intersection of longer battery life, which is a critical success factor for wearable products, in conjunction with having enough functionality on that chipset to support operations the user is going to need for a daily wearable product. And so we've introduced LinkIt. LinkIt integrates the Aster chipset, the 2502. It integrates things like Bluetooth Low Energy, cellular 2G GPRS functionality in the watch. It supports video, camera functionality, power management, as well as SRAM and flash. So it can integrate additional applications and allow for downloadable applications and over-the-air updates to the software on the companion device. And in addition to being incredibly small, it supports a full range of connectivity, Bluetooth. You can add a Wi-Fi chipset. You can also add a GPS onto that with the antennas. Again, with the power management, you have full set of options in terms of how you want to equip your wearable product. And you can integrate sensors. It has a sensor hub. So if you want to add biometrics, accelerometers, a whole variety of sensors that would be required for different categories of wearable products, this platform would be capable of supporting that. And it also card interfaces. If you want to have external memory or add a SIM card or SD card, you now have the ability to integrate that into your watch design as a developer or a maker. And I had mentioned before that it has very small size, so 5.4 by 6.2 by 1 millimeter. So if you think about the fingernail on your pinky, it's smaller than that and very flat. So you could put that into a variety of wearable products, including glasses, fitness bands, smart hat. I've seen smart gloves that developers are trying to make, for delivery people, the couriers that ride the bikes. And if you compare that to what's been available in the market, it is approximately 36% smaller than the next smallest product we've seen, the next smallest platform. So developers now have the advantage of power. They have the advantage of a lot of features and functionality on the wearables, as well as all of the interfaces with sensors and different connectivity options. We use an ARM7 EJS CPU. I had mentioned before we have Bluetooth and Bluetooth LE, and we have embedded flash and SRAM to support applications, including downloadable applications. And there's 4 key components that combine together to make this a unique and distinctive wearables platform. First of all, the system on a chip itself, the Aster 2502, which is the functionality of a highly competitive feature phone, but integrated down into an extremely small size and an affordable price point. The LinkIt OS, which provides an easy-to-use development environment for developers to create their applications, their user interface, combined with a new hardware developer kit, the LinkIt HDK, which is priced at $79 and is manufactured and sold for us by our partner Seed, S-E-E-E-D, studios that are based in China. And then the LinkIt SDK, which is downloadable off of our developer program website and is fully documented and supported by a dedicated developer support staff. You can use Arduino to interface the HDK functionality. And Arduino is an open source programming language that is very popular amongst the makers that are using hardware kits. So the most popular implementation we're seeing is to use this as a companion device in conjunction with a smartphone, sort of like this watch I'm wearing here, which Laurent will talk about in more detail, the Omate X. So that's a companion device to my smartphone. And it allows you to do a number of things. First of all, you can download applications that are developed for this, this watch through your iPhone or your Android smartphone. And we also have the MediaTek Labs, which will support the development of the developer. So the corporate initiative, MediaTek Labs, is to extend the partnership capabilities MediaTek has already created in the smartphone business. You heard Jeffrey talk about 200 companies that we work with to enable quick turnaround and quick introduction of smartphones. So we're leveraging that kind of approach with MediaTek Labs. We're bringing in partners that can help in prototyping, pilot development, helping with creation of software solutions and services, design houses. So there'll be a full complement of companies that will be able to engage with the developers who are adopting our solution and creating their wearable products. So MediaTek Labs is live. We launched it on August 8th. There the developer can sign up for downloads of SDKs. They can also access technical documents. There's been several thousand documents already downloaded by our developers, and we have a very active discussion forum with developers asking questions, making suggestions, revealing what they're creating with our platform. We have the LinkIt One HDK. You can see a small picture there up in the upper right-hand corner. We have a newsletter where we can update the developer about new documents that have come online, opportunities to participate in events. We have an event calendar, and we have a solutions catalog. And the solutions catalog is quite unique. It is a place where developers can describe what they're working on, and they can pursue matchmaking opportunities through our team to introduce them to the right design house, the right prototyping shop, or if they need to have their first pilot run of manufacturing their devices to either approach VCs or to merchandise their products, we're in a position to support them. And then lastly, business development and support. There are white label opportunities that will come, sometimes from the MediaTek customer base, sometimes from some of the retail relationships that we have, and our staff are prepared and equipped to make those introductions globally. So now I'd like to bring Laurent up on stage. Laurent is the CEO of Omate.
Thanks. Thanks for the introduction. Hi, everyone. 10 years ago, I was a strategic buyer at Philips, and I had the tough assignment to qualify a new startup, a new company in the field for feature phone, and it was MediaTek. And now I'm very happy to be on the other side, to be the startup, and to see how amazing MediaTek is now. And you know, Omate is dedicated and focused on wearable design. And what is great with wearables is that we are all equal. Whatever you are, a multi-billion-dollar company with 100,000 of employees, or whatever a startup like Omate is with now 20 employees. We started last year with 5 engineers. And we are all equal in a way that we are all in the learning curve. And for that, you know, we are all learning about what will be next, what will be the real features, the killer features, and the functions that people will use. So when we launched last year, when we unveiled the TrueSmart, we used with our core team, the top management, we work on our expertise from the mobile phone design. So that's why we use the MT6572, because we knew very well this platform. We are more like developers, Android developers. So our goal was to make Android wearable. And we had no idea that Google will be working on doing the same. We had no idea that a year after Samsung will launch the Samsung Gear S. So we were really in advance. We were doing like a smartwatch for sports people, a standalone smartwatch. And it was new. So even though we were doing it for sports people, we got a lot of early adopters. And we got quite successful. Hopefully, we launched it on Kickstarter. We raised over $1 million US. We got all the press. We knew no one in the press, so we got a lot of press from that event, from this achievement. And since then, we sold 65,000 units worldwide of the TrueSmart, and enough to have MediaTek to come back to us to say, "Good job, guys." So we were very proud of that. And to say, okay, we are working on a new chipset called Aster. And as we were working on our companion device, we said, okay, that's great. Because when MediaTek is coming to a new industrial segment, that means it's in a growth, and it's going to be super successful. And we were very pleased to be the first partner. So on top of that, we knew that we will be able to focus on the, you know, other aspects than R&D, because the main strength of MediaTek is really this turnkey solution. So we could then think more about other aspects, like the mechanical design, the look and feel, the user experience, and rather than the UI, the software, the hardware. So that's a unique chance for OEM and manufacturers to move forward. You know, it's two worlds combining together, the smartwatch, especially this fashion smartwatch. You have a 100-year-old industry from the watchmakers, and you have the tech industry. So we have been able to combine that quite well with the Omate X. Yesterday night, we made the announcement of our second device, which is this time the ladies version of based on Aster. So that's the Omate Lutetia. You will be able to have a look later if you're interested in. And that's the first smartwatch exclusively designed by all ladies. Our business unit was only led by ladies internally, and designed exclusively for women. So I hope, you know, like this, we will not see that anymore, you know, because it's a fashion industry, so it looks weird like to see a woman wearing like this kind of geek device. So on the next one, you will see some more fashion using running Aster. Thank you.